soul. Ain't nothing gonna block me from the pain I know. You have no other choice but to watch me reap the flames I grow. You probably think that I'm ungodly, but I ain't that though. But I ain't here to fight fair. I got everything to lose. Cheat codes and flatter, but I don't need those.
The onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. You look at this Arizona defense. They were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you can tell by this team, all right? Anytime you can tell your offense, hey, just get us a couple touchdowns. We got this thing locked down. That's when you know you're playing well and you're carrying your team along.
Throwing here, Purdy. Flushed out right. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. 19 yards that time for number 19.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 41. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Purdy looking to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. He's into space past the 25. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play there on the catch and run. 33 yards.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Can right out set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense, because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Here's Samuel. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brock Purdy, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you've gone somewhere, but you're really out here in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around with the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. Here's a handoff left side to Breida. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Murray looking to change the play here. On play action, that throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. That's Drake Jackson burying him and finishing the play. You know it's never easy to get Kyler Murray down to the ground, and to do it with a sack on their first drive, what a great tone setter defensively.
Oh, and no one's celebrating more than the defensive coordinator, because that's all he's preached all week long. Keep him hemmed in. Don't let him get into the open field and create big plays with his feet. To get him down in the pocket early, that's got to feel great for them.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackled on the play by Cameron Thomas. The Niners at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because, let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there. How will they bounce back from these losses and try and get right?
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Purdy. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously, no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And this one hits at the one, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
A big pickup of 38.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
I'm going to put that jersey on.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. And they'll run it here. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Here's Murray. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. Touchdown, Cardinals. Matt Breida. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cards are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Extra point good by Prater, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. A run there on 1st down gets 3 up to the 28.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Purdy now to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it with a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Now Brown. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Murray now to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A huge play there for Arizona. 43 yards.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. He showed his shiftiness and his explosion to take him all the way down near the goal line.
Love that description, and it creates momentum. Maybe you hand it to him again since he's got it going, or do you fake it to him and throw it to a teammate? Right now, the options are wide open.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Williams is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. close to the goal line, but not quite in. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Breida will take this one in. It's a Cardinal touchdown. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Prater on to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
The score, Cardinals 14, 49ers 7. Matt Prater to kick off for Arizona.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
What was that? Are you kidding me?
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind.
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Murray. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now a give running left is Breida. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 50 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
They'll try to run with Breida. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
They run again with Breida. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Matt Breida on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cardinals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Now Prater to add the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Next to score, Cardinals 21, 49ers 7.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Purdy's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The 49ers moving hastily. They're scurrying to the line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Here we go. You got this. You got it. It's all about that. Here we go. Here we go.
Here's second and a yard. A handoff. McCaffrey running right. They go backwards there 2 yards, and second and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Points at the end of this drive. Just get in the pocket. Come on. Mission. Not like we can feed the defense. Gotta make a play here.
On 3rd down, it's Purdy. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Final play of the half. Purdy. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game.
Both these teams running through their final adjustments before they head out for the second half.
Is there and
Time
has
for us to go
REA
back
Sports
to Levi Stadium as we'll hand it back over to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Play fake. Murray. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, it's Murray. And that's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them humbling up. They're trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Murray. They'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That's a third down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play.
Well, they showed a 5-receiver set, had the backfield empty, and lined the running back out to the left. Plenty for the quarterback to process both pre- and post-snap, but he was able to find his man, and it turns into a big play.
On play action, it's Murray. He's got the connection to Moore. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now a give coming right is Breida.
57 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Running right on the option is Murray. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Prater on to add the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Cardinals 28, 49ers 7. Matt Prater to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Throwing on 2nd down, it's Purdy. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Purdy from the gun. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. L.J. Collier with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Yards on the punt there. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Moore, the motion man right. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And this is
in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing now is Murray. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A good pickup there, a 22.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
It's about time for a turnover.
On second down, Williams. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Tyson Williams, his first rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Now Prater to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
49ers 7. Matt Prater to kick off for Arizona.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25.
They're on 25-yard line.
Bring it home, boys. We got this.
That's what we do. That is what we do.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Play action, now Purdy. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Here's Purdy. Open man is Ayuk, complete. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 72 yards. And the 49ers get a bit closer. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Moody good with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
35. 49ers 14.
Right through the outline.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here as Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football.
He's got a man complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one goes for 36 yards.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
Breida, he'll try the right side. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Murray now on first down. Forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He's going to look deep for more. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep blow with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. The Cardinals on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. Murray going to throw. Zach Ertz has it complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. He got 29 yards that time. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Now Murray off play action. He's got his tight end McBride on the out route. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So no gain on the play, and that'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Moore, the man in motion. And they'll lose
lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down. Well, good luck there as a ball carrier. You get handed that football, look up, oh, there's a big D tackle ready to swallow you whole for a loss.
Yeah, you kind of count on your guys to give you at least a little bit of time, a little bit of space to try and maneuver, but not on that one. And when you have a defensive tackle who is that strong, that agile, he's a lot to deal with. Sometimes you have to double him, and sometimes you're not able to block him no matter who's trying.
Moore, the man in motion. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Out of the gun, Purdy. He's got Ayuk once again. Into space at the 45. Down the right sideline. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. 44 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Purdy connects with Kittle underneath. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd down and 6. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. 27 yards. And the Niners are able to cut into that deficit. Purdy and the Niner offense, they'll stay on the field. They'll try to go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Play action. Now it's Murray. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Nick Bosa able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Now Murray sees something. He's going to change it up.
He'll look to throw. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Purdy to throw again on 2nd and 10.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Purdy on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Purdy sets up to throw again.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Purdy now to throw.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 18. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Now on 1st down, it's Purdy.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Throwing here, Purdy. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cards are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Step it up. That's how it's done. Come on. Can't believe I paid for this. Put him down, defense. Here we go, D. Get on the field. I got you. All right, let's control right here one time. All right, let's control the trenches.
Down to a knee. Here's the Cardinals look to let the clock roll.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory.